third graders. Today's learning target is I can take the iReady Diagnostic test to show what I already know and what I'm ready to learn. So, as you can hear in the target, today we're going to take the iReady Diagnostic. Remember, this test is trying to find your just right lessons. Today we're doing math, tomorrow we'll do reading. But to find your just right level in math, it's going to give you some hard questions that are just too hard. And it's going to give you some easy questions that are kind of too easy. But it's going to use those to slowly zoom in on your just right level. Kind of like the story of Goldilocks. In that one, the bed was too hard and the other bed was too soft and she had to find the just right bed. That's how this test basically works. We're going to go through a slideshow from iReady that will show you some things to expect. And we will go from there. Okay, here we go. iReady, get pumped up for success. This is the slideshow to show for grades 3 through 5. So in this slideshow, it's going to cover things you'll need to know, what you should expect, maybe some introduction videos, tips, and stuff to remember. So first off, why are we doing this? Why are we taking the iReady Diagnostic? Remember, the diagnostic is important because it helps you and your teachers understand what you already know and what you need to learn. Maybe there's some gaps where you missed something in a previous grade. This will help me and Mrs. Patterson find those gaps and fill them in so that your learning can be super strong. Remember, it's also important because the diagnostic helps you and your teachers make the best use of your learning time. We don't want to waste your time giving you lessons that are too easy or lessons that are way too hard. If we keep you in just right lessons, you will have the most growth possible in third grade. So, show what you know. Try your best, and you can show what you've learned. Now, you've poked around the website already, but there's going to be teacher lessons that will be at your just right level, and also this My Path thing where it follows that just right track for you. You'll find all this under your to-do list once we're finished off with the assessment. The results of your diagnostic will decide what lessons you get. And if you try your best on the diagnostic, the lessons will match what you need to learn. So we talked a little bit about this being kind of a Goldilocks test. The fancy word for that is an adaptive test. The questions change based on your answers. Some questions will be hard, some will be easy, and some will be just right. Think of it this way. If it gives you a hard question and you get it wrong, it'll jump down to an easy question, and then it'll zoom in like that. But maybe it gives you what it thinks is going to be a hard question and you get it right. That tells iReady, ooh, maybe I can give them an even harder question. So whichever way it goes, the questions will change depending on how you do. Over the summer, we went to a training and it told us that you could expect to probably have about half of the questions be too hard, which makes sense because it's finding that spot where it just is a little too hard and you don't understand yet. So again, if some of them are hard and you're just like, I don't know this, that's good, that's normal. So why are we doing this right now? Why is this really important? Well, this past spring you were learning from home, and we didn't get to check on your learning as many times when you were learning from home because we didn't have a tool like this. Doing your best on the diagnostic now will help you and the teachers know what you learned while you were at home and what you're ready to learn now. So remember that this test is adaptive. You should try your best, but know that you're going to get questions you don't know how to answer. Again, try your best. Don't rush, because if you rush, you might make silly mistakes, and then you'd end up with lessons that are kind of too easy for you. On the other hand, don't spend too much time on any one question. If you feel like you've been stuck for a long time and it's just really, really hard, it's okay to take your best guess and go on. Again, you're going to see questions you won't know how to answer because you haven't learned them yet. That's okay. Choose the best answer and then move on. I love this little picture because it helps you imagine your brain like a muscle. If you are doing too easy questions, it's like, no problem, you could do this all day, but it doesn't help you grow stronger. Too hard ones, like see how heavy this weight is? Oh man, like he's kind of lifting it, this little person, but they're gonna hurt themselves. It's just too hard. You might have heard people say, don't strain your brain. It's like your brain is a muscle that you could hurt. A just right question or a just right lesson is tough enough that it'll help you grow stronger, but not too tough that it is just awful. We're looking for those just right lessons. And so you're going to get questions from all of the categories. Okay, when you log in, you'll see this. Today we're going to do the math assessment, so you'll be clicking math, but tomorrow you will be doing the reading one. When you get to your My Path, you'll see the diagnostic. In the picture they did reading, but again, today we're doing math. Choose the green button to start the diagnostic. It's going to have you watch an introduction video. Click on each button to watch a video about each tool. This was confusing for some of the big kids last year. There are a bunch of tools that iReady wants you to know how to use, and the directions make it sound like you can skip some of these videos, but you have to watch the videos for each of the tools before it will let you go on, because it wants you to know how to use all the tools. So see that Start Test button? That will only become clickable once you watch all the videos about the tools. And here it's reminding you, click all of them before you can press start. Once you start or resume your diagnostic, resume would be if you paused it and came back, you're going to see this question on your screen. Are you working in your school building today? If you're at the school building, click yes. If you're at home, click no. Then press continue. iReady is doing a survey to see where different kids are learning this year. So yes if you're at school, and no if you are at home. And then the green arrow. Okay, here are just some tips about some of the tools you might see. Some questions will have a speaker icon, like the little speaker with the sound coming out. Wherever it appears, down here, up there, whatever, if you click on it, iReady will read the question to you. You can also turn on closed captioning, those words at the bottom that match what a video is saying. The closed caption box is in the bottom left corner of your screen. Clicking the CC box lets you view the text on screen. All right, here's a list of helpful hints. Remember to take your time and don't rush. Read each question and answer choice carefully. If you get a question you haven't learned yet, try your best. Just like school, your teacher and your family are not allowed to help you answer the questions. Do your best with just your brain, because we want to know what you know and what you need to learn. Today, for math, you'll want to have some paper and a pencil nearby so that you can show your work on paper for every problem. That will let you catch mistakes or write or draw to help you figure out what the correct answer is. If you need to go get some paper and a pencil, you can pause the video and go do that right now. This one's for reading. Mrs. Patterson will talk about that tomorrow. And double check your work before you go on to the next question. Okay, when you're all done, iReady is going to create a special report for you and your family. It's going to look something like this. This will tell what you already know, what you need to know, stuff like that. We'll talk about this more once iReady actually makes these reports. And when we get them, we can talk about your results and we can set some goals for you as a learner. We'll be able to talk about how you did, what your growth goals are, things that you're strong at already, and areas you can grow in. Okay, so take a moment, pause the video in a second. What strategies do you plan to use as you take iReady today? And what do you want to remember? Pause the video and think about those things now. Okay, you're just about ready to get started. Now I know that feels like a lot, which is why we don't have any other lessons today. It's just iReady and then you're done for the day. You can relax. If you get stuck or you have some technology problems and you need help, I'm going to be in the Google Meeting link with my screen turned off, but it does a little bell whenever somebody enters the meeting. I'll be there kind of like office hours at a college, where I'll just be hanging out in my office and you'll come in and ring the bell and I'll go, oh, someone's here, and I'll turn on my camera and my microphone and I'll help you with your question. Then when we're done, we'll say, okay, bye for now, good luck, and you can go back to working on your iReady. I can't actually help you answer the questions, but if you need encouragement or, hey, I see you've been on that question a long time, make your best guess and go on. That's the kind of stuff I can share. You can take breaks when you need to. In the slideshow, there was that resume option that I mentioned. That's where if you paused it and closed it to go have lunch or something, you could come back and get right back where you left off. That said, this test has no timer on it, so if you need a break, take a break. You're at your home and you get to decide when your bathroom or your water breaks are. All right, if you have any questions, I'll be in the meeting. Otherwise, make sure you have your pencil and paper. Take a deep breath. Maybe take a stretch. You've got this. You're gonna rock it. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.